ไม่นึกว่าจะท่วมตกชั่วโมงกว่าครับเรียบร้อย
Torrential rain lashing Phuket has triggered severe flash floods across the island, submerging vital roads and prompting emergency warnings from municipal authorities. The Bangkok Post reports that a powerful southwest monsoon brought relentless downpours beginning at 4 a.m. on July 1st, 2026. This continuous rainfall has overwhelmed local drainage networks, causing the Bang Yai Canal to swell past its critical 3-meter threshold, threatening residential and commercial districts. Local authorities and disaster response units in Phuket are on high alert today, following hours of heavy to very heavy rainfall that has left multiple sub-districts underwater, paralyzed morning commuter traffic, and disrupted business activities across the international holiday destination. The Thai Meteorological Department, TMD, has placed Phuket and dozens of other provinces under an urgent severe weather watch. This safety alert warned that a strengthened southwest monsoon over the Andaman Sea is driving dangerous moisture levels directly into southern Thailand. As accumulated rainfall volumes rose exponentially throughout the early morning hours, the Phuket City Municipality issued an urgent, widespread announcement to residents. The municipal administration has instructed citizens living in low-lying zones to immediately relocate their personal belongings, household appliances, and vehicles to higher ground. The primary geographical threat stems from the Bang Yai Canal, which functions as the central drainage artery for Phuket City. Water levels in the canal surged abruptly, topping 3 meters high by mid-morning. Local engineers stated that this is a highly critical depth that creates an imminent risk of riverine overflow into adjacent inner-city commercial blocks and densely populated neighborhoods. The sudden influx of stormwater transformed major economic transit corridors into murky, waterlogged streams. Motorists across the island encountered immense delays, stalling engines, and gridlocks during the peak morning rush. Severe street inundation hit iconic downtown areas. Submerged locations include the Surin Circle Clock Tower, the Dibuk Road intersection, the Tha Kraeng three-way junction, and the busy thoroughfare in front of the Kota Khao Mun Kai restaurant. Additional road blockages were recorded near the Dara Hotel, the Lotus Samkong intersection, and the primary access routes leading toward Boat Avenue Mall and Wat Chalong. Small sedans and motorbikes are entirely unable to pass through these areas. And in the beachside tourist hub of Patong, stormwater rapidly filled substreets and main commercial lanes. The worst affected points include the roadways directly in front of the Paradise Complex, the key intersection near the Patong Fire Station, and the access paths outside Wat Kathu. Floodwaters reached heights that forced small passenger vehicles to detour, creating massive tailbacks along the hilly passes connecting Patong to the rest of the island. In contrast to the central and western coastal strips, initial assessments by emergency dispatchers indicated that northern Tha Kraeng has escaped major residential flooding, though localized pooling has slowed down transit speeds on the main Thep Krasatri highway. Officials from the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation, DDPM, alongside municipal engineering squads, have deployed rapidly to the ground. Emergency response crews are working under highly volatile weather conditions to operate high-capacity water pumps. Teams are actively clearing debris, plastics, and natural vegetation from blocked drainage culverts and canal grates to maximize the island's outflow into the sea. Despite these efforts, disaster response chiefs admit that if heavy downpours persist throughout the evening, the island's drainage infrastructure will continue to face unprecedented strain, especially when coupled with the standard coastal high tide cycles of the Andaman Sea. Travelers planning to catch flights out of Phuket International Airport or commute between the mainland and southern beach towns are strongly urged by authorities to add several hours of buffer time to their itineraries, strictly monitor real-time weather alerts, and refrain from driving through deep, opaque pools of standing water. To better understand why Phuket faces recurrent flash flooding during intensified monsoon systems, it is essential to look at the intersection of geology, urban development, and meteorology. As an island characterized by steep, forested central mountain ridges flanked by rapid urban catchments along the coast, stormwater moves quickly. The southwest monsoon pushes massive moisture blocks off the Andaman Sea. Heavy orographic rain falls directly over the hills. The resulting forest runoff channels straight into urbanized valleys like Patong, Kathu, and Phuket town. Over the years, rapid commercial development has replaced natural absorbing soils with concrete surfaces. Natural streams like the Bang Yai Canal are forced to handle immense sudden volumes of water simultaneously. If the heavy downpours coincide with a high sea tide, the ocean physically blocks the stormwater from discharging efficiently, creating an immediate backup that forces water onto the island's low-lying streets. Phuket City Municipality has issued a warning, urging residents to move belongings to higher ground after accumulated heavy rain pushed the level of Bang Yai Canal above 3 meters. Officials have mobilized pumps and drainage operations, with 24-hour monitoring, amid concern that upstream runoff could further affect parts of the city at risk of flooding. As of 9 a.m. on Wednesday, July 1st, 2026, the latest situation showed unstable weather conditions in Phuket province, with continuous heavy to very heavy rain causing accumulated rainfall to rise rapidly. The flash floods have resulted in widespread traffic gridlocks and minor property damage, rendering several vital tourist and transit routes entirely impassable for small vehicles, sedans, and motorcycles. In Patong Beach, rainwater mixed with sea spray swamped the bustling beachfront road, overflowing sidewalks and threatening the ground floors of convenience stores, souvenir shops, and beachfront cafes. The interior alleyways of Patong's premier entertainment district suffered immediate flash flooding. Shop owners were forced to quickly deploy sandbags and water barriers to protect their storefronts and electronic equipment from oncoming waves created by passing vehicles. The climbing road connecting Patong to Karen Beach experienced severe mud-laden runoffs. Water sheets flowing down the mountain made the asphalt slick and dangerous, prompting warnings for motorists to drive with extreme caution. This secondary inland road saw significant water accumulation, causing bumper-to-bumper gridlocks as vehicles slowed down to navigate deep puddles. Located closer to the base of the hills, this residential and local expat community bore the brunt of the muddy forest runoff. The torrent carried loose dirt, branches, and plastic debris directly into residential compounds and resort parking lots, trapping some residents indoors. High volumes of water rushing down the hills transformed parts of the road into temporary streams, forcing municipal workers to clear debris from drainage inlets mid-storm. Fleet-wide activation of all municipal water-propelling boats and stationary pumps located along the main canals to force water out to sea, despite the rising tides. Emergency crews are actively wading through flooded streets to clear uprooted vegetation, trash, and silt blocking underground culverts and surface drainage grates. Local tourist police and municipal rescue trucks have been deployed to transport stranded travelers from flooded hotel lobbies to dry transit points. Transport officials are strongly urging all domestic and international tourists with scheduled departures from Phuket International Airport, HKT, to plan ahead. While the airport itself is located in the north and remains fully operational and flood-free, the heavy traffic gridlocks and road closures around Patong and the Kathu district can add hours to travel times. Travelers are advised to leave their Patong accommodations at least 2 to 3 hours earlier than usual to ensure they do not miss their flights. Meanwhile, Chotinrin Kurdsam, governor of Phuket province, inspected the flood situation at the Charter Bank intersection on Phang Nga Road and nearby areas in Phuket Old Town. Heavy rainfall since the previous night had caused flooding on roads in several areas, affecting public transportation. He was accompanied by Mr. Pibalsak Katitharakun, Deputy Mayor of Phuket City, Warat Sarawadi, Head of the Phuket Provincial Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Office, and representatives from relevant agencies to monitor the situation and expedite water drainage efforts. An assessment of the situation revealed that the Charter Bank intersection had approximately 20 centimeters of water on the road surface, affecting pedestrian and motorist traffic. Phuket City Municipality has activated its pumping stations at full capacity to quickly drain water from the area and is closely monitoring the situation. Chotanrin said that since last night, Phuket province recorded its highest rainfall of 134 millimeters, considered very heavy rain in all 3 districts. The main factor causing flooding in the city area is Bang Yai Canal, a major canal that receives water from many areas before draining into the sea. The governor of Phuket revealed that all pumping stations are currently operating at full capacity to quickly drain water from the area. He also ordered the province to provide machinery, pumps, and other equipment to local administrative organizations experiencing problems. The machinery was dispatched to assist Kota Khao subdistrict, Ratsada subdistrict, and the area around the Thailand broadcasting station in Phuket, which are water retention areas facing drainage issues. The province is also coordinating with the Phuket Provincial Administrative Organization to provide additional machinery. If any area in the 3 districts requires assistance, the province is ready to dispatch personnel and equipment immediately. Furthermore, of the 5 municipal pumping stations in Phuket City, 4 are functioning normally, while the 5th station, located near Komarapat, is continuously draining water. During the site visit, the governor of Phuket instructed officials to install barriers and safety equipment at flood-affected areas to prevent speeding vehicles from creating waves that could flood homes. He also emphasized the importance of facilitating traffic flow, ensuring security, and continuously warning the public. If the rain does not continue and there are no further high tides, it is expected that after 5 p.m., the water level in the area will begin to recede continuously and the situation will improve. The province continues to closely monitor the weather, water levels, and the situation in the area, and is coordinating all agencies to expedite water drainage and provide full assistance to the public in order to minimize the impact and alleviate suffering as much as possible.